You know, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not gonna lie, one of my favorite videos to watch ever is when you see these woke, stunning and brave liberals stepping onto the mic and trying to debate people like Candace Owens, Life's Tough, Get a Helmet, Michael Knowles, or in this video, Matt Walsh. Now, I'm sure a lot of you will recognize this debate. It went viral absolutely everywhere, but at the time, I did react to it because I think I was going through some issues with my channel and videos getting taken down, etc, etc. So I thought, on a slow news day and on a sunny day for the first time in forever, there is no better way than to finally sit down and react to this very interesting debate where you see Matt Walsh using some common sense that leaves this woke liberal feeling a little bit embarrassed. Now, before we carry on with this one, if you could make sure to leave a like rating, as it really helps out the video. If you're new, hit that subscribe button, turn on bell notifications so you never miss a video, comment on this video, share this video, and let's all sit back, relax, and let's get into it.
Hi, Matt. I'm transgender. I'm born and raised here in New Mexico. I have a graduate degree in information technology, marketing, business, and finance. I own my own home. I pay taxes. I have a six-figure job. I'm a respected professional in Albuquerque. I'm a mother. My life experience is that,
Don't know about that one.
I'm an awesome person. I am well-liked. I'm responsible, and I think I'm pretty cool. You touched on something. You said something earlier that for you, when somebody calls you a man, it doesn't faze you because, like, you just know that you're a man. That was interesting to me because I feel the same way about my identity as a woman. My question leading up to this, you've asserted that no one would ever see me as a woman, that nobody would ever see or could see a transgender person as a woman, and yet I have dozens of friends from diverse backgrounds, women from the reservation, a woman from Japan, several immigrant women. I have my coworkers, I have my boss, my VP, my CEO, all respecting me as a woman, my family, my long-term friends who are actually here with me. All of these people assure me, like, I'm a woman. They'll tell me, girl, like, there is no way you are a man. They see me as a woman.
Why?
So the question,
Okay.
Finally.
how can you assert that nobody would ever see me as a woman when my material experience tells me you're wrong?
Okay. It's interesting that that's the part of my talk you chose to ask a question about, because that's not in my talk at all. I don't believe I said that no one would ever see you as a woman. I mean, it's possible, I suppose, that you could fool someone. Now, you brought this up, so I have to tell you that you brought this up. You've put your identity on the table for conversation. And so I'm going to say you wouldn't fool me at all. I mean, I see a man 100%.
Right, and this person that he's debating right now mentions all the people around him tell him, you are a woman. They validate him, and that's what they need, right? They need constant reassurance because deep down, they don't believe it. So they have to look to everybody else to validate who they are, reaffirm them. And the people around them, most likely in the workplace as well, don't want to upset them, don't want to get into trouble, so they say, yes, of course, you are a woman. The friends obviously believe the same things as this person, the woke liberal agenda, so they're just going to go along with it. But if you need constant reassurance from everybody else to tell you that you are something, then, you know, maybe there's already an issue there.
And I think that most people would. Now, the fact that you have people in your life who are saying to you, oh, you're totally a woman, it's exactly what I'm talking about. No one in my life has ever once said to me, you're totally a man, Matt. You know, if a friend of mine called me on the phone and said, listen, Matt, I want you to know you're really a man, I would think that there was something wrong with him. I would say, why are you saying that at all? It doesn't make any sense. So the fact that this is a conversation to begin with tells me, it only proves the point that I'm trying to make, that your identity, even in your own mind, is up for, it's something that you need to be assured of. Now, what I would like to ask you, again, because you're standing here, and so you've brought your identity on the table for discussion. So how do you know that you're a woman?
It was first when I heard transgender persons describe their experience in their own words, and this was only about 2 years ago. hearing somebody describe things, it was a woman from like England describing her experience, her
Of course,
childhood,
it's my country.
her teenage years. And it blew my mind to be listening to her, because it was just some podcast that I was listening to while I was like doing laundry. But it blew my mind to hear somebody so eloquently and precisely describe things that I had experiences
What
that
was
I
the
had
description?
experienced.
What did they say?
Hold on. So you listened to somebody else on a podcast, and that then told you that you were a woman? Does anyone else see the issue there?
Okay, so I am honestly hesitant. I know that you touched earlier about the difficulty that transgender women might have in describing their identity, but I want to state, I honestly don't feel that you would engage in this conversation in good faith.
Then why are
And
you here?
so-
Why did you stand up to talk to me if you don't want to have a conversation? You're saying that you discovered that you're a woman. I'm asking you how you did. That's a very fair question.
Okay.
How do you know that you're a woman?
That's fine. All right. So first of all, listening to transgender people, and it was like, okay, this is a one-off, one person describing these things. Things like looking at yourself in the mirror and not recognizing yourself. Hearing compliments like, you are such an example, like a positive masculine role model. And just hearing that and being like, it feels like they're talking about somebody else. It means feeling alone, even when you're surrounded by guys, even when you have a lot of friends. And I was active in like Boy Scouts. I'm an Eagle Scout. I had great masculine role models my whole life, and yet I never felt like I belonged. I felt welcome and
But
included.
why does that make you a woman?
Exactly. So all of those things that this person is listing apparently justifies them now saying, oh yes, I am in fact a woman. When we all know that just can't be the case ever. But apparently now going through all of those experiences just allows people to stand up there and say, yep, you know what? I think I'm a woman. How does that make any sense?
Because
As opposed to just a man who doesn't get along with some other men, or a man who's depressed, or a man who doesn't feel at home totally in his body, which, by the way, is a pretty universal human experience. Everybody goes through it at one time or another. So in what way does that make you a woman, though? And it's interesting. You're telling me that you listen to the experiences of other transgender people.
Well, yeah.
But what about women?
So
Because trans women are women, you would say, right?
I would say that. Yeah.
Exactly the same?
Yes.
Okay, well then why do you need to hear the testimony of trans, quote unquote, trans women? Like how you pick any actual woman in this room. In what way do you know that you belong in the same category as them?
I know because they tell me.
All right then. So somebody tells you are something, and then that makes you what they are calling you. Obviously, these are going to be liberal women who believe in the same delusional things, which is very interesting to me because, again, as I always say, these are the very same women who will stand there and say, yes, you know what, I stand up for women and women's rights, yet they allow men just one day to say, you know what, I'm in fact a woman. And then what happens? Seals. Stunning. Brave. It doesn't make any sense.
So here was the
You need them to tell you what you are?
women. Yes, I trust the opinions of the women around
And
me.
if most
it's
women-
incredible. You might try it sometime.
If most women voted and said they don't see you as a woman, would you say I'm not a woman anymore?
If who?
If most women voted and said they don't see you as a woman anymore, would you then relent and say I'm not a woman?
I would say most people on the planet have no idea who I am. I'm going to trust the opinions of the people who've spent their lives with me.
I don't want to hear anybody else's opinions. Nobody else. It's just the people who know me and are scared to upset me or who believe in the same things as me. I don't want to hear any other opinion.
But you are relying on other people to tell you who you are, is what we're establishing.
For context, I know you like to think, I know you like to say, everybody's rah-rahing and supporting transgender people and yet they're still killing themselves, etc. But I'm standing here in a room full of people applauding you and asking questions like, how can I put out legislation here in New Mexico, my home state I grew up in, to try to reverse transgenderism? I'm not safe. And it
How are you not safe? You just said you're standing in a room with people who disagree with you, and you're perfectly fine. So how are you not safe?
Oh, man.
Okay, look, we're going round and round. You
Yeah,
don't
that's
wanna
my
answer any
reaction
questions.
as well.
Maybe we'll end with this, because we're talking about womanhood. So people can probably shout out the question I'm going to ask you right now.
Okay.
But you know that you're a woman.
Yes.
What is that?
So gender is a social thing. It only
I don't
makes
want to hear
sense.
that. What is a
so-
woman? What
No.
is a woman?
What is a woman?
The word woman, define in the dictionary. Go.
A woman is somebody who is included and respected and seen and participates in society, recognized by other women. If you speak with women,
Circular definition.
that's mine. Whatever.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Oh man. This is clown world stuff. It is crazy, right, when you sit here and think about it, how much, I know we've mentioned it a lot and it has been a big part of this video, but how much people need to be reaffirmed. And it's the people around them that are causing a lot of the issues we see today as well, right? You have a lot of these liberal people, these woke activists who will constantly reaffirm people, and then that is affecting a large majority. We take, for example, women's sports, right? The men who are competing in women's sports have been constantly reaffirmed by everybody else around them for whatever reason, so then that affects the women who are competing against this men. If society, you know, brought common sense back into the fold, I'm praying one day it happens, but if they did that and they actually told these men, actually, you know what, you're not a woman, you're just going through a mental health issue right now, a lot of the issues we see today wouldn't be happening. But as soon as somebody stands up and they say, I am a woman now, again, you get these people around go, oh, what? It brings a tear to my eye. It's so stunning. It's so brave. It's always interesting to see these people talk and, you know, hear their mindsets as to why they think certain ways. And a lot of the time, all you have to do is just really allow them to talk. You don't have to interrupt them. And soon enough, they just reveal how delusional they really are. But leave your thoughts down below, ladies and gentlemen, on this debate. What are your takes from it? I'd like to know. If you have enjoyed, make sure to leave a like rating. If you're new, hit that subscribe button, turn on bell notifications, share this video around. But until next time, until tomorrow, it has been your boy JD. Have a great day, stay safe, and I'm out. Peace.